let's do a Fireluke versus Fireluke. Alright, this is the Fireluke mesh, which you can get other coils for it, you know. This is the regular Fireluke, which I happen to have mesh in right now, my last mesh coil head that I have. Otherwise I have these DVC coils for it that are really just single parallel coils. Whatever. Totally different vapes in each of these. I am quite partial to the vape I get off of this, but it's a smaller capacity, much smaller capacity. Yeah. What is the bubble glass on here? Like 2.5 mils, something like that. This is like 3.54 mils, something like that. Coil head in here is huge. Coil head in here is dinky. Basically same size coil head as the mesh, which I don't have any more of. Come out of the box, bro. Come out of the box. Just come out of the box. Right? So these Fireluke coils that go in the regular Fireluke, right, versus the Fireluke mesh. Yeah, you can tell that's quite the difference in size. Vape experiences on both of these. All right, with the mesh coil heads in the Fireluke mesh, I get almost a month out of each of these coil heads. $42 watts. Wide open, great flavor, great cloud, wonderful little vape. Throw it in your pocket. Awesome. Cool. You just end up refilling it a lot. Love that vape. Very tasty. Stock coil head, just beautiful. Beautifully done. Fireluke with the Fireluke mesh 0.15. I think they're both 0.15. Yeah, this is reading 0.14, but as packaged 0.15. Alright, 58 watts. Why? Bigger coil, more airflow, everything's a little bit more open inside there. Get my little whistle right there. Normally I just kind of very airy compared to that. It's like twice the airflow. It's only slightly restricted. What do you pick up? What do you want to do? Well, if you want longevity of coils and you don't care about filling it up and filling it up and filling it up, right there. However, great flavor, great clouds, but I have yet, to have one of these coil heads, and we're just talking about the mesh one here, to last more than 2 weeks. Your mileage may vary. Now, I am in the habit of, after trying the very first coil in the package of a new kind of set of coils for me, like say these, right? These dual vertical coils, which aren't. I will just pop the first one out, wick it up, juice it up, e-liquid it up, whatever. take a couple toots off of it, let it sit for like 10 minutes so everything gets soaked in. Maybe in the process primer puff it a couple times, make sure all the juice is in there, and then I start using it. Okay. The second coil I pull out, I will actually take my tweezers and will rip a slit in each one of these wicking ports in the cotton to let the juice flow in a little bit faster. And I do that with all of them after the first one. And this is the third one in the package, because they come as 3s. Be nice if they came as 5s. I mean, why not? But I struggle to get more than 2 weeks time out of them. Without doing that, I think that first one lasted 9 days, something like that. But it is a great vape, and it can take some wattage. I forget what this is rated at. Let's see here. Free max 270 watts. 40 to 70 watts. So, pop it up to 70 watts. Oh, you won't be able to barely see that. And it just gets a little warmer. Everything stays the same, other than it gets warmer. Cool beans. But there is a ton of airflow in there. It does hit a more tartness to this lemon juice I have in here right now. Forgot what I was vaping at, bro. 5250. What the hell? So it's all up to you. You want to coil head the last 2 weeks, or get closer to a month with something a little smaller. They both have the same liquid in them right now. They both give me the same flavor intensities, which is really tasty and really good. They both just taste like lemon meringue to me right now. And that's just tasty as hell. You like it more airy, you don't care it only lasts a couple weeks, there you go. Like a little bit more restriction, same flavor, exactly the same flavor. I don't know, man. That's a choice that's up to you. I will say on this Fireluke, I don't care for the drip tip, top cap, whatever you want to call it. It looks like a top hat, and it goes over that instead of an 810 or something fitting inside. Would have been a nicer design had it been in a long 810 like this. Would be great. But so unless you have strange drip tips that mouthpieces, whatever, that will fit over that, then bang on. But you can see here, it's at 810, and it is pretty much the exact same size as that overage piece. Alright, put it on upside down. No, not really. Not really. So, they both have their pros, their cons. I just like this little device right here. It's a banging little guy to just throw around. Works really well. Coils last a long time. I forget what these are rated at. Be easier to see one that's still wrapped up here. Maybe 0.15, 42. Oh, that glare. 90 watts. Alright. 40 to 90 watts. You know why? Because at 90 watts, they expect you to rip on this like nobody's business. 90 watts. This coil head's already a few weeks old. That is just a hot mess of lemony goodness. But that's not how I vape. So, yes, it will do it. But I like a little slower drag than that, than just ripping on it. Tastiness. I'm gonna have lemon stuck in me forever. That is one of the reasons that I don't rip these at 100 watts, is because I like a little slower, and with a little slower intake, I still get a warm vape. If I rip on this at the 52.5 watts that it is, now it's a cooler vape. Much cooler vape. So yeah, the way you vape will change all sorts of things, including coil life. I like them both pretty equally. However, I do like a coil head that lasts a month long for me. The way I vape, I can get that with the Fireluke mesh. Alright? It's not the Mesh Pro, it's just the Fireluke mesh. This isn't a Fireluke, whatever the next version is. This is just the Fireluke. Okay? And it does take the Firelock coils, which is really nice because they come in quite the options. Now I'm wondering, I have the RTA deck for this too, don't I? I think I do. I don't remember. I don't remember, but I think I do. Fireluke versus Fireluke. That's what I got for you on that. This is the tweezers I use to just go in and wicking port. You just take that and just rip it out. Just rip a line straight in it, almost as far as you can scratch in, and just pull some of that out, just to get it to wick a little nicer. You can see all the way around. That's what I do. What do? You just vape, don't you? You just vape. Nothing wrong with that. Not a damn thing wrong with that. Just vape. Vape and be happy, everybody. Y'all have fun now, 'cause I know I will.